Hello my beautiful little fledglings, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Water Dragon Tarot, 7 for the T. I had 2 cards fall out, and we have this Messages from the Universe Oracle Cards deck. So let's see what they got to say today. Things are going to be turned in your favor. People that were against you, all of a sudden will be for you. Ideas, creativity, promotion contracts are going to come into your hands. So you have a lot of good stuff coming your way, and bigger and better experiences are coming your way. Yes, these tie together really well right off the jump. You may not be able to see it, but great things are coming together for you as you read this. Trust the process and let it unfold in divine timing. Move forward knowing that all is working out just fine. Yeah, so there's definitely going to be fake people pretending that they supported you the whole time, even though where was everybody? You know, when you were going through things alone, doing the hard thing by yourself, being scared by yourself. Okay, we just had 4 cards flip up. So no act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves, which is what you have been going through. That strengthens their compassion and their empathy. If this is describing you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. So yes, you have dealt with incredibly hard things, and you have not let that shake you, break you, and mess you up and turn you into a different person that could choose to have a villain arc, if you know what I'm saying. But when you are broken down by the universe and you have chosen to still do good and be good, that is a very good indicator that you have passed the divine tests, that you are a chosen one, that you may or may not be an earth angel, but more so leaning towards earth angel, and you are doing good things in this world, and people are absolutely inspired by that. Choice is the most powerful tool you have. Every choice you make shuts some doors, but also opens several doors, bringing new experiences into your life. At any given time, you can change the direction of your life. You are only one choice away. So yes, absolutely. What was I just saying, about when crappy things happen to people, some people choose to have a villain arc. That is a choice. You make your own choices. So people that sit around, oh, my life is so hard, people have done me so dirty, blah, 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 I have the right to be a crappy person. That's entitlement. That's not a chosen one. That's not a divine being. Steer clear of those people, by the way. They will try to ruin your life because they hate to see you shine. They hate to see your light, and they want to dim it. They want to snuff out your light. They really do. If you frequently give yourself permission to doodle, wander, and be totally unproductive, and you actually relish such interludes, I can guarantee you that your genius, creativity, and productivity will increase exponentially. So if you are holding a bunch inside, and this is seen a lot in people with depression, struggling with mental health issues, that lack motivation, that lose motivation, that just stay in bed all day, you are dimming your own creativity. You are dimming your own light by doing so. So it's very important to pick yourself up, to allow yourself to be creative, to open up that solar plexus chakra and that sacral chakra, because sacral chakra is your chakra of creativity. But it is more than okay to be unproductive. It is okay to rest, to heal. It is okay to have playtime. And I know people that are like, oh, all you do is play. Blah, blah, blah. They're miserable people. They hate to see other people happy. Ignore them. Continue to play. It is okay to play. It is okay to let your inner child out and to heal that inner child. And those people who are always naysayers and so upset with the rest of the world and life, they don't know how to heal their inner child. And a lot of them don't mentally develop past that stage in their life where they were hurt or traumatized or whatever they want to say to excuse their piss poor behavior. So It is okay to be unproductive. It is okay to choose play before work. If you want to go on a trip, if you want to go play some laser tag, if you want to go to an arcade, if you want to go for a freaking bike ride, go ahead and do that. If you want to draw, do artwork, write some poetry, it is okay to do that. You don't always have to be doing something. And as someone who would struggle with stuff like that, like, oh, well, if I'm not working or if I'm not being productive, then I'm going to beat myself up. I'm going to be hard on myself. You know, it creates a mental prison for yourself. And you don't want to be stuck in that cycle. You don't want to be stuck in that loop. Because then you're going to overwork yourself. You're going to stress yourself out so bad. And stress is a killer. I'm just going to say it. Stress is absolutely a killer. And anyone who has been stressed into oblivion would know. Earlier this year, I can almost guarantee that I had a heart attack. Of course, ER didn't want to believe me because I'm 26 years old. But I was so stressed out. I was having panic attacks for an entire week straight. And that stuff cannot be good on your body because your heart palpitates and it goes crazy. And I'm telling you, this was nothing like any panic attack that I've had before. My heart was palpitating so freaking bad. Everything went numb. I went into like this weird dream state where I was still awake. And when I say everything went numb, I meant the whole left side of my face, my arm, down to my legs. I was having the pains in my neck and in my shoulder. And literally all the signs of a heart attack. Doctor's care? Fuck no. But anyway, that's what stress can do to people. It can do a lot of early onset things that you should not be experiencing at a certain age. Stress is a killer. So many people die early, or their hair starts turning gray in their 20s, or they start getting wrinkles and stress lines and all this other stuff because stress is draining the life out of them. It ages you fast. And when you age fast, so do the rest of your organs in your body and they start to fail you. Anyway, no matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. So, you could be someone that may not see things long term, that the things that you are doing may not have a purpose, that you're not going to go anywhere or you're not going to get anywhere when things take time. You know, things don't just happen overnight, and there's a lot of people who act like it does, but it doesn't. Yeah. So, for example, when you rush things, you make more mistakes. Does that make sense? Yeah, of course it does. When you rush things, you tend to make more mistakes. So, let's say working in fast food. You're making a meal, the boss is down your throat, down your neck, bitching at you, moaning, hurry up, blah, blah, blah. And then you start making mistakes because now you're stressed out, now you're anxious, on top of trying to hurry up and make sure everybody else is happy. The customers are happy. Well, now the orders are getting messed up because you're trying to rush just to get certain things out, so you're missing all the other little details and all the other important stuff that needs to be done. So, give yourself some space to take things slow. It is more than okay to move at a slower pace. You don't have to be where everybody else is. You have to move at your own pace to gain what you want out of life, to be successful in the ways that you want to be successful. Yeah, what's meant to be yours is already making its way to you. What was never yours is starting to flee from you. With time, it will all make sense. For now, bear the confusion and focus on living fully in the present. Don't let your whole life be, I'll be happy when. Be happy now. So yes, more of that live in the moment energy. And I think that was in the last tarot reading I just did. Or oracle reading, because these aren't tarot cards, they're oracle cards. But yeah, it's time to live in the present. Stop worrying about your future so much. Move at the pace that you need to. It's very important to keep a healthy work-life balance, work-play balance. Because if not, you are going to stress yourself out. And stress impacts your health. Your health will start to shut you down. Your health will take a hit. So don't overwork yourself. Don't mess yourself up. Opportunities will soon knock at your door. Debt will be wiped clean and your bills will be paid in full. Your finances are about to change. So yes, absolutely. That energy of what's meant to be yours is already making its way to you. There are going to be people exiting your life because they are not meant to be with you on the journey that you are currently on now. Be grateful that they will not be there, because those are the types of people that will come back around later, kind of like with the first card that we had here. Hold up, give me a second. I'm trying to find it. Where did it go? Okay, well, apparently I can't find it and I'm losing my mind. Wow. That's why I can't do readings back to back. I get confused between the readings. But yeah, people who were not supporting you before will come back around because they want to be seen with a winner. They want to know how you did it. They want to suck the life force out of you. Know your worth, know how to set boundaries, so people cannot take advantage of you. And trust your intuition and trust your gut, honest to God. But there are a lot of opportunities coming your way. And everything that you felt like would never happen is going to happen for you. But you have to change your mindset. You have to change your work ethic and so forth. You can't be telling yourself like, hey, I'm never going to get here. This is taking too long, blah, blah, blah. Because that is a spell. You are speaking that into reality. You are thinking it into reality. You are manifesting negativity. So, change the way you word things. This is taking a little bit of time, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. Tell yourself stuff like that. For example, good things come to those who wait. For example, patience really is the key. And you gotta take care of yourself. A chapter in your life is coming to an end. Rest assured the beautiful things are ahead in this next chapter. Let go of all the things that are out of control and move forward. There are more beautiful things ahead than any you leave behind. Yes. So once you start cutting out the bad fruit and you let go of the things that are not meant for you, you let go of having control over everything, because for example, something you see with people who have severe OCD. They have to be in control of everything. That's what OCD is. It's, you dealt with something that you didn't have any control over, now you want control over everything. And it leaves you a mental mess. No offense to anybody with OCD, but I struggle with OCD myself. So you have to let go of the things that you cannot control. And that is incredibly difficult. Of course, it feels like letting go of your safety, like letting your guard down, and that's always terrifying. But in the long run, it is far better for you to let go of the things that you cannot control. Because when you let go of the things that are not meant for you as well, there are going to be more beautiful things ahead than any that you leave behind. Just like this last line here says. So as you shut doors, new ones are going to continue to open. The journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over. Hold on. Yes. And I was just thinking of the people that kind of start doing something and then they put it down because it's not working how they want to. They don't have the patience to actually learn. Like, oh, I picked something up, I tried it, I didn't do good the first time. No. When you are trying to perfect a craft, that comes with learning, that comes with repetitive motions that comes with repeating the same process over and over again so that you can perfect your craft, if you will. And I just got an image of someone digging in a tunnel, and then they give up and they leave, but right on the other side of the tunnel, through that 1-inch little layer of dirt, is all the gold and all the gems and all the crystals and all the treasure, you know? So do not just be giving up, because you could be right on the other side of a major breakthrough. It's about keeping on. If people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain rather than the result of your actions. Yeah. That's kind of what I was saying about people who are miserable as fuck earlier in the video, hating to see you shine and you be happy because they chose to be miserable. They chose not to do better for themselves. They choose to be who they are. Because being miserable is a choice. Being unhappy and hating on everybody else is a choice. We call those happiness haters. And they are the same people that come back around when you are successful, wanting everything that you have, trying to destiny swap with you, but they don't do nothing for themselves. They're actually really pathetic. So, those are the people that are going to talk the most crap about you. They're going to come up with reasons and explanations that aren't even true to explain how you got successful and how you got to where you are. Because they're jealous. They hate to see your light shining, and they want to get into your circle so that they can snuff it out. They're the types of people that every accusation is a projection and a confession on their part. Confession. They aren't who they portray they are to everybody else. And they hate that you are just authentic. And misery loves company. But that also reminds me of the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So a lot of enemies come in pretending to be your friend when they're really not your friend. They're not nobody's friend. Everything they do is for self-serving purposes. They're incapable of forming real human connections. Especially with people that don't let them use them. From the bottom of the deck, don't be afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be scared of embarrassing yourself or appearing soppy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only ever regret not saying it. So, with that being said, maybe you could be going through a loss, because that is exactly what this makes me think of. It's when people pass away. There are a lot of things that you regret not saying and not doing before they passed away. And death is always sudden. 9 times out of 10, you don't see it coming. It's a very difficult thing. I'll give you an example. So, I was working at Jimmy John's when I was much younger. A couple years back at least. And back in the end of 2022, I was friends with this old man at Jimmy John's. He used to make fun of me for dyeing my hair funky colors. And he was like, well, why do you dye your hair all those colors? And I was just like, well, when I was in middle school, I got bullied for having a natural hair color. Then I bleached my hair blonde like everybody else and got a little red streak in it to stand out, and I still got bullied. I got called Tampon Streak. And he was just like, oh, well, I completely understand, because he was a hippie dude, grew up in the 70s, all this fun stuff. He had this gorgeous blonde curly hair, and it was long. And of course, at work, they were like, yeah, you need to tie that up, tuck it away, blah, 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 wear a hairnet, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I completely understand where you were coming from because I used to get called gay for having long hair all the time growing up. So we became best friends, we bonded over that. And eventually, like within a year of being friends with him, he unfortunately passed away. And he was supposed to be at my Halloween wedding. He would come over, I'd make him breakfast, I'd make him dinner, he would eat with our family, he would throw a frisbee with my son. Very good man. He would come to me and ask for dating advice too. Like, this man was well into his 60s and he was asking me for dating advice. But yeah, it's. I think about it all the time because the day before he passed away, I meant to text him. And of course, I tell my friends that I love them. I always tell my friends that I love them. I tell my best friend that I love him. I tell his wife that I love her. People have always been known that they are loved when I am around. So, every day, for a very long time, I actually have a sticker of him right here on my bedroom mirror, and another one in the mirror in my kitchen. And then I have a photo of him that I kept on my bedroom wall forever, but it's now also in my kitchen towards the doorway entrance. And I think about how I didn't text him the day before he died, like I was intending to, and I regretted that for so long, because I just wanted to check in with him, see how he's doing. I hadn't heard from him, and I didn't. And I beat myself up forever for that. And he has shown me signs that he was still around after that because I was a delivery driver. And he would walk past our cars if he was parked in front of us or behind us on his way in or out from a delivery. And he would tap on the window and wave at you. Well, one day I was coming back from a delivery and there was just tapping on my window. Nobody there, but his spirit was. So definitely tell people you love them because you never know. You absolutely never know when it's going to be your last time telling them that. And then this message of appreciation and that thank you. Absolutely tell people that you appreciate them and you thank them because you never know what's going on in somebody's mind. They could be feeling very unappreciated by people around them. They could just need a word of encouragement to push them on. People could be really struggling with their mental health out here, contemplating suicide, taking their own life, doing something reckless that could get them hurt. So messages of encouragement and building other people up is very, very, very important. And don't forget to do that. Yeah, so we have just because something is not happening right now doesn't mean that it will never happen. Divine timing is at play. Be patient and trust the process. We had a couple cards already like this in this reading so far. So something very big about divine timing, and when the time is right, you have passed your divine test. All of your gifts are going to trickle in slowly. So be patient, be grateful for what you have currently as of right now, and continue to, let's say, if you pray, doesn't matter who or what you pray to, that's none of my business, but if you pray, just be like, thank you for what I currently have, and thank you for what is to come. Thank you for your protection, etc., etc. Picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, either which way, this is the end of the video. This is where I'm going to leave it off at. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you so very much for being here. I really hope to see you in the next one. I love you so much, my beautiful little fledglings. Bye-bye. Mwah.